Lydia, you have reduced the proposed rate increase to between 6 to 7%. That's down from 13.3%. This is signalled in the long-term plan. So what decisions allowed you to almost halve that increase?
Well, look, and I think it's really important to note that the 6 to 7% is actually our first draft. So we're not actually finished there. We are still doing work to quantify more. But what we've done is gone through our yearly budget and prioritised that with what are core functions of council. And anything that is not core function is effectively being parked or cut. And
Gee, can we
yeah,
have you
so
in Christchurch? I think we need you in Christchurch.
yeah, sure. Well, yeah, it feels good. We have a good yarn, so yeah, look, happy to have a chat with him too.
Happy to pay to be a consultant. Sorry I interrupt there, but obviously your council, you've identified $9.2 million in savings. From where and how have you done it?
Yeah, so we've gone through every department that we have within the organisation and actually just prioritised and cut lots of budgets through there. So, some of the things are discretionary budgets that are available and actually they're not necessary. We don't need them. So scrap them, put them in the bin. What we're doing is making a huge change towards the back to basics. And my vision is that with the long-term plan next year, we actually start back from $0 budgets and build what do we need to keep. So, yeah, still lots of work to do.
It's sounding better, but are you just shifting the costs from general rates to user pay fees, and are ratepayers really paying less overall or just paying differently?
It's a mix of both. So, something that I think most people don't realise is that some of our fees and charges are actually subsidised by general rates. And actually, it should really be a user pays. I don't think that the general rate payer should be offsetting fees and charges that other people use. And, for instance, we can use the dog department. I know you and I both love dogs and choose to have dogs. Our dog department is offset by general rates. And so actually by making an increase of $6 per dog, we can actually start to remove the general rate offset.
Okay. So what are the biggest cost drivers pushing rates this year that are not in what we've just discussed?
So inflation is the real key thing that we talk about here, right? And most people say, well, inflation's not at 6%. But I think actually what is the true cost of inflation, especially for organisations that are purchasing, bitumen, metal to build construction. And so we don't actually operate by what is general inflation. And so those are our big cost drivers within this organisation. And we need to deliver on roading, right? That is a core function of council. We must do that, but it isn't increasing at what is general inflation.
How much room is there for genuine change during consultation, and what would you realistically be prepared to alter?
Look, I'm happy to alter anything. Ultimately, this is the community's budget, and we're really keen to hear from people through consultation. So, we're going to try and have a 6-week consultation this year so that people can actually read the information, digest it, and then come back to us with their thoughts on it and through, hearings, deliberations, and just submitting their thoughts. I also want to stand up what is a ward forum. So, I want to go out to our communities with our key staff and say, actually, these are the things that are happening in your community. What do you think about it, so that we can actually have those frontline conversations?
Lydia, what part of the government's reforms worry you most for Selwyn?
Time. Time frame, I think, is a big thing if we're talking about regional reorganisation, delivering a regional spatial plan. Time is not our friend in this around the timeframes that we've got. If we talk about, it took us 9 years to redo our district plan and $9 million. And we are tasked with delivering a regional spatial plan within 2 years with no funding. That is going to be particularly challenging.
Are there any benefits from those reforms that you see for Selwyn residents?
Look, I think from the point that I sit at the moment, actually our benefit is our relationship with our neighbours. We're going to have to get a lot stronger. We're already in a really great space. And I think Canterbury is very lucky with the mayors that we have and the conversations that we are having. But we're going to have to take that a step further to look at, what are shared services between us. Yeah, it's gonna be a big body of work.
Particularly with the timing issue as well. Now, we're
Yeah.
already through mid-February. This is the first chat for us for 2026. What is the priority for you for the rest of this month, can I ask?
Look, the rest of this month is around our budgets. It is cleaning up what our budget is so that we can actually approve a consultation document for our annual plan. But it's also around Selwyn water numbers as well. So our water services CCO, we really need those numbers out to our community because both of the annual plan and the charges for water actually still impact our household. So, that is something that we are pretty hot on and really waiting for that data to come back from them. And yeah, that is my focus for this month.
Lady, appreciate your time. Thank you. Good to speak with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.